Seated. I feel that way sometimes. That's the way it goes. It's a question that never goes away, and I think it's a good one to wrestle with at the beginning of the year. Every generation wrestles with this question. And as uncertain as the future may be, and I always find it interesting, and there's a point where I stop reading and listening, because here we are on the cusp of a new year, and there's 8 million different projections, and there's different things. This is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and so on and so forth. I don't know about any of that stuff, but this I do know. This question will never go away. That is the question of God. God. When we say God, what exactly do we mean? Does God even exist? The amount of ink and paper, the sheer volume of words expended in the debate would absolutely stagger the imagination. It involves all kinds of people, all kinds of disciplines, from different disciplines within the sciences themselves, from theology and philosophy to ethics. It has seen the clash of some of the most incredibly gifted intellects in the world. Intellects on both sides of the question. The difference, and I've talked about this before, in fact, probably, around Thanksgiving time, we spent some time wrestling with this question in our Sunday school class. The difference today, I think, is that the volume has gone up on this debate, and the tone has become, at times, downright rude and dismissive. You can call me biased, but as someone closely observing the whole scene, much of it seems, in point of fact, to come from one side, or much of it from one side, a kind of energized, strident group of new atheists who are ready to press the attack. Not all that long ago, on a London bus, and it's even been posted here in the United States, there were billboards that basically said this: "There's probably no God. Now stop worrying and just enjoy your life." Funny thing is, I think to myself, if there really is no God, if underneath all of this there is nothing, I think I'm just going to start worrying, and I don't know about how much I'll actually get around to enjoying life. In Times Square in New York City, which is no downtown Caseville, by the way, there was a large billboard affixed to a building just in time, as the billboard said, that the winter solstice. We persist in calling it Christmas. And at the top of this huge billboard in the New York Times, there was a picture of St. Nick. And at the bottom, there was a picture of Christ, and it read this: "Keep the merry, dump the myth." Not to be outdone, on a roadside somewhere down south, a massive sign that said, "An atheist, someone who believes that nothing made everything." So I guess you might say the battle has been joined. The tone is decidedly nasty. And the reason, at least, the main reason given is that oftentimes, if you really listen to people, and I do, and I read, is that almost there are certain groups of people who are absolutely convinced that all of the evils and the ills of every genocidal madman, every injustice that you can possibly imagine in the world, is laid at the feet of people who believe in God. The problem, they would say, is you. People holding to silly, baseless superstitions who persecute and kill in the name of religion. I am fairly conversant with history. I know where we fall short. The truth is the church has never tried to hide. It is a broken institution. We are not perfect. But of course, you can point out to people that far more people have been oppressed and exterminated, and this isn't even debatable, in the name of political ideology, yes, politics, than anything else that you can name in the history of the world. You can point out that between Mao, Hitler, Stalin, Pol Pot, and a handful of others, essentially responsible for the demise of well over 200 million human beings. Oftentimes the other side will be quick to point out that Hitler and Stalin were baptized. Well, obviously, I would say to you, it is not magic, is it? And the only thing those two ever worshipped were themselves. And so we're told to get rid of faith, dethrone God, dump the myth, nothing to kill for or to die for, as Lenin says, and you've got the beginnings of utopia, heaven on earth, because that's really all that there is. Except a guy by the name of Peter Hitchens, who was Christopher Hitchens' younger brother, was once heard to say, in fact, to his own brother, who attempted to swing at him in a good family debate. He said, you know, Chris, they tried that in the Soviet Union. It didn't turn out so well, did it? I know, Peter says. He says, because I lived there for years and years of my life as a journalist. The tone is pretty nasty. The problem is with people who believe in an old man with a long white beard who sits on the clouds. It's the people of faith, and I've heard this oftentimes. People have actually, more as in a sense, said this to me, to my face, in less than subtle terms. It's really because you are deficient in IQ points, which I guess is a nice and softer way of saying you're an idiot. If you were intelligent and reasonable, if you were open to common sense, if you were open to the results of science, this very place would not only stand empty, it would be knocked down and leveled. Hold that image in your head. And no doubt sooner or later someone would buy the property and they would build something that would be of far, far greater value to the community than an old metaphysical establishment. Of course, we can tirelessly point out the historical evidence for faith that we hold is extremely substantial. You can point out the fact that Nobel laureates in physics and chemistry, leaders in genetics and computer science. Did you know that one of the greatest living computer scientists in the world is a Lutheran organist? Rochelle. No, but it's true. But it's true. Name the field. Name the field. Any field you want to, and you will find that there are people in those fields who are as passionate in their faith as you are. Many of those people are sitting where you are this morning, all around this country and all around the world. They share your faith, and they would also admit, as we all do, to our struggles, questions, and our doubts. But I can assure you that none of those doubts have anything at all to do with science or lack of intelligence. The tone at times is incredibly nasty. And often, every objection is dismissed. So the question for us is then, in such a time and a place, what do we do? Well, perhaps we can put the Bible at such people. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. You're a fool. You think I'm dumb, but you're a fool. And oftentimes I find that's not very helpful in any kind of intelligent, hopefully respectful conversation. And yet, you'll find oftentimes that kind of approach really doesn't work. Imagine that. You find people who say, well, that's fine if you want to quote from the good book, but I don't think it's a good book at all. In fact, I think it's filled with delusions. But I would also say to you this morning that there is guidance for us, that this is not the first time ever that belief in God has come under assault. In 1 Peter, we read this, and this is meant not just for pastors, but for all of us. It says this: always be ready to give an answer to anyone who asks you about the hope that you have. Be ready to give reason for what you truly believe and what you have set your life on. Be ready to give an answer, but do it gently and with respect. With gentleness and with respect. Even when the tone is hostile, even when comments are made and thrown in our direction that aren't particularly helpful, sometimes statements are made that are not only nasty, but profoundly unfair. But that being said, and I have a fair amount of experience with this, I have found that oftentimes the people in my life that I know who either would identify as agnostic or atheist, I always endeavor to be fair and to be kind. I know lots of people who don't go to church. I know lots of people who don't even believe in God, who it seems to me are really good human beings. Just because a person doesn't believe in God doesn't automatically make them bad or evil. And I have come to realize that even people who don't believe in God have a serious point of view that really should be listened to. That being said, be ready to give a reason for the hope that you have. So, does God exist? Can you prove absolutely the existence of God? Well, no. You can't prove it. I mean, if what you're looking for is a debate point or some other thing that ends all debate and answers every single question. And yet for myself, I look, I listen, I live, and I see, in spite of the shadows, and in spite of the doubts, and in spite of the questions, I see God's fingerprints all over the place. Like you, I believe God in God, and the reasons that I have are both in my head and in my heart. In terms of my head, I simply can never embrace the thought that you and all the people that you love are just a grand cosmic accident. That life on this beautiful ball of rock and water, 93 million miles from a blazing nuclear furnace, is just a fortuitous collection of atoms. Here we are. We laugh, we cry, we all hope, we all dream, we all struggle, we all fail, we all succeed even at times. And yet we're told it means absolutely nothing at all. That we live in a universe deaf to Mozart and Beethoven and all of the great works of human hands. We talked about it a few weeks ago when we again addressed this question. We talked about the fact that this is really unsettling for those who don't believe. It's called fine-tuning of the universe. The fact that we know enough to know now that there are so many things that had to come together for you and me to be here with such exquisite precision that if one of those things, and there are many factors, if even one of those things was off by just a little bit, there would be no stars, there would be no planets, there would be no people, there would be no Budweiser poppy. Could you imagine? In fact, even Christopher Hitchens said one time, it does have to make you wonder, doesn't it? It has to make you wonder. And of course, the implications of such a belief is ultimately, when all is said and done, that there's really no right and there's no wrong. It's all just a matter of opinion. It's ultimately all relative. And yet, and maybe this has been your experience too, I have found that oftentimes the same people espouse such a view, if you accidentally cut them off at the intersection, suddenly there is moral clarity about what is right and what is wrong. And they oftentimes never fail to let you know just that. But the heart, and I wonder if you can, this resonates with you, the heart also has its reasons. The experience of love in your life, the experience of commitment, of sacrifice and devotion to someone other than just yourself. The experience of beauty that absolutely stops you dead in your tracks, that lifts your spirits. Experiences of joy and laughter. To say and to dismiss those as just hardwired things doesn't in any way exhaust their mystery. For me, the experience of sadness and heartache and tears and grief, which means me to long for one for whom the dead that I love are not dead. You can fit all the broken pieces together, which it seems to me, no matter how advanced we are incapable of doing. Who invites me to hope, a hope that spills into this life now and points me beyond. You cannot prove ever the existence of God. You can't disprove it either. But one thing will be certain in 2020 and in 2021, amorphous, nebulous force, a kind of celestial it. I certainly don't believe in the God that Thomas Jefferson believed in. And some of our founders, not all, but some of our founders, a God who laid the foundations of the world and then just kind of walked away. They believe in a God who is so far beyond our comprehension. And yet that same God can be cradled in your arms. That's paradise. Welcome to Christianity. The Word, John says to us today, became flesh, dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. This is the truth that we celebrate every Christmas. God who pitches his tent in the very thick of life, who doesn't shout directions and encouragement from the safety of the sidelines, who journeys with us, who goes ahead of us to do what neither we nor even Israel could do. That is to bring us back to God and to make each and every one of us God's own child. Through the agony of the cross, into the darkness of death, into a new life. The God, the one true God. This is a God, I'm convinced, we could have never dreamed up. This is a God we could have never invented. A God who so passionately loves the world that at times, and I'm sure you agree with me, at times isn't particularly lovable, is it? But this I believe, in spite of doubts and questions. That faith makes possible, I believe, a life that is meaningful, a life that can be filled with hope in 2020 and beyond.